everyone. Beautiful yogis, welcome. Good to see you. It's spring. Let's welcome the sunshine and align our bodies and our energy with this new surge that we call springtime. We'll start seated. Oh, how fun. We have a lovely big dog. Nice. All right, let's begin seated and open your heart. Drop your shoulders and take your arms, palms open. Catch the inhalation, stretch wide, reach up. Palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart. I'm going to circle through. Catch your breath on the inhale. Palms touch to lower, exhale. And one more time, widen up. And exhale back down. Lovely. So let's sit for a moment in the prayer pose. Hands with sternum lifting into the thumbs. The gaze lowered or the eyes closed and just dropping into this moment. Sense the shape of your body. The mudra, the gesture of the palms in prayer pose. Where you are at physically and mentally, simply noticing, knowing that we come as we are. And let's take a lovely deep nose breath in. A little pause. Lowering your chin as we blow the breath out and rest the hands on the thighs. Chin lifting on inhalation, eyes rolling to 12 o'clock. And as we exhale to lower the chin, the sternum lifts and the eyes roll down to 6 o'clock. Rising again, inhale. And lowering, exhale. One more cycle this way. Nice. And from the 6 o'clock position, circle around the clock. Your nose as a pointer. Inhaling half the clock. Exhaling the other half. 2 more cycles. And one more time, circle around. And then as you reach 6 o'clock again, please reverse the circling, nose as pointer. Inhale on the upward, exhaling on the downward journey. 2 more times. Crackling and popping. Coming as we are. Lovely. And now inhale, bring your chest forward, lift your chin, little arch in the back, shoulders draw back, neck is long. And then as we exhale, hold on to your knees, drop to your tailbone and round your back, look down. Inhalation, we draw forward, lift your heart space, raise your chin, and the rounding of the back on the exhalation. And so sometimes I don't say this, but just a reminder as we do one more, that listening to your body over and above my instructions, as we're not in person and you may have some vulnerabilities going on. 2 more of these. Draw forward. Lift your heart. Feel how this activates in your middle back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. We exhale and round the back, looking down. And then we have one more time. Nice, everyone. So draw your way up and let's make our way to hands and knees. The blocks available at the top of the mat. As we find our way to the all fours position. Good, lifting out of your shoulders. Straighten your right leg, the ball of the foot onto the mat. And keep your hips level. Take your left arm forward. Stretch it long. Notice where you feel this as we find the balance here. And then we'll develop that level of balance by taking the right foot off the mat. And now we have the arm and the leg suspended parallel to the mat for 2 more breaths. And then exhale, hand returns, knee returns. And we'll take second side, your left leg straight out. Press the toes, the ball of the foot down. Bring your right arm forward. Good, and then mindfully take your left foot off the mat. Level arm and leg parallel to the mat. And easy, conscious breath. On the exhale, hand and knee come back down. Good, let's widen the knees now, big toes together. Draw your seat back and reach your arms forward. Flattening your back, upper back, rest your brow on the mat. And reach your arms forward. Sensing how we are now stretching into the underarms and the side body, as well as into the shoulders and upper back. One more deep inhalation, holding this breath. Good, and exhaling, and walk your hands back in, returning to all fours, where we were. Good, and again we'll take the right leg back, tuck the toes into the mat. This time we're taking the left arm out to the left and following with the ribs. And your arm goes so high, it is in line with the bottom arm. And we have now a lovely rotation in the ribs as we inhale, look up at the zenith point. And exhale, look down towards the hand on the mat. Turning your head with the breath, again we look up. Slow turn of head with a slow breath. Look down. And please take it one more time. Keep that upper arm soaring. Nice, and lower your left hand and your right knee, bringing your knees really close together into the upper body now. Take your right arm up, and we're going to thread the right arm behind the left wrist and lower to the top of the right arm. And have a little pause here. Settle your head. Feel now the places of stretch, the upper back, right side. Good, and on the exhale, return to all fours. So the knees widen out a little bit. And we'll take the left leg, ball of the foot into the mat. Bring your heart space forward and take your right arm out. Feel how your ribs rotate and the arm reaches the zenith point, reach high. The inhale, we're looking up. The exhale, we're slowly lowering the head to look to the mat. Good, and inhale, looking up. Exhale, look down. And one more time. Good, and lower the hand and the knee. Again, the knees close together. It's the left arm now that goes out to the left, little upper body rotation, and then lower to the mat with your left upper arm, lower down. See where you can support your head on the mat and opening into that left quadrant of your upper back. One more breath. Now return to fours. The knees a little further apart, the natural width of your hips. Great. Right leg parallel to the mat. Left arm forward. Good, lovely breath in. On the exhale, the knee comes forward and the elbow goes back and we round the back. Inhale, extend arm and leg. Exhale, round under. One more time. Good. The inhale is extend. This exhale, land. Left hand and right knee. Good. Left leg parallel to the mat. Right arm reaching forward, level out. Inhale. Exhale, knee forward, elbow back, and round your spine. 2 more. Flow with your breath. Flow with this contracting exhalation, expanding inhalation, and last one. Expanding inhalation, and land your hand and your knee. Nice, everyone. Let's bring the blocks underneath the hands, making our arms longer. Good. Are you ready? It's the right leg. We'll begin with the right leg. Lift it up. Knee to nose, round under again. And again. So as we raise that knee and raise the heart, lovely stretch. And then we curl under, and it's the opposite stretch as we did. Gosh, doing great. Let's do one more to step forward this time. Your right foot stepping forward of your blocks. Press that foot down and push away from the blocks to inhale your arms overhead. All the way up. Hug your ears. Stay for inhale with the arms lifting. And now on the exhale, just let your shoulders drop a little bit and your arms widen. Again, we stay for inhale. And then on exhale, the hands come to rest at your low back. Lovely. So the shoulders can go back and the heart can lift and the chin can lift. Steady through your front foot. Slight upper back arching. Great. Release your low back hold. Inhale your arms forward and up. And now exhale, torso and arms come forward, hands to land on your blocks or the ground. And draw your hips back to straighten your right leg. Right leg stretch. Feel it. Tend it. Breathe consciously with it. And this is how we inhabit our body. Awareness in body, becoming embodied instead of only in our mental mode, which is what our culture has taught us. Think, 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 brain's fabulous. Here is our fabulous body, experiencing breath and stretch. Great, and draw the right knee back. And we do the same with the left leg now. Take the bent knee up behind, stretch into that left quad as your heart inhales up and round under. Contracting exhale, expanding inhale. Good. The next one is the one that we will use to step the left foot forward. All the way through, press the foot down and press away from the ground to inhale up, really reach high. Hug your ears with your arms. And then on exhale, widen the arms, drop the shoulders a little bit. A little bit more relaxed here as we breathe and keep that upward lift. On the next exhalation, we'll bring the hands to the sacrum. Elbows back, shoulders back, tail stays low as we lift into the chest and maybe the chin a little bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades, the elbows towards each other. And one more breath here. Lovely. Release your arms forward and up, way high. And exhale, bring your hands forward all the way to the blocks. Pull the hips back so the left leg can straighten. And we're here for the conscious breathing and the sensing and feeling and allowing. One more breath. Great. Now we'll draw this leg back, widening the knees as the big toes come in. Hips pull back, arms with blocks, slide forward. Repeating the pose we did a moment ago, extended child's pose. If you're using blocks, you'll find you're a little deeper into the underarms and shoulders. And your heart has further to go towards the mat. 2 more lovely, deep, relaxed breaths. And we're coming up. Good. Still using the blocks as you bring the knees closer in. We're in 4s. Please take your right leg up. Step the foot through. Straighten the right leg again. Lift your heart. Keep that lovely straight leg stretch happening. As we now lean a little bit more into the left hand and take your right arm parallel or level with your shoulder and open your chest to the right. So not so much a high arm as a level with the shoulder, and we're looking for a rotation from your waist and your ribs. So this is like a reversed triangle pose. It's a big stretch. Opening as much as you can into your heart place. Opening to the sun. On the exhalation, return the hand to the block and draw your right leg back. From the knees, all 4s, left leg inhales up behind. And step the foot forward. immediately straightening it. Receiving this sensation that's here. Good, and then leaning slightly more into your right hand, level with your shoulder, the arm reaches leftwards and back, so that our trunk has turned, our ribs have turned leftwards. Good. And return the hand and draw your leg back. Good. Please place the blocks to the sides and bring your palms flat into the mat so that we can curl the toes under, hands and knees, and take your knees up for downward facing dog. So shimmy your feet back and root through your hands and palms and finger pads. And now feel your upper back and underarms, where we prepared for this with the extended child's pose, and now we are carrying the body weight in the upper arms and shoulders. Not only a stretch, but a strengthener. Good. Have your feet really close together. Take your right leg up behind. Exhale, knee to nose, and bring your shoulders over your wrists. So it's like a plank. Draw the leg back on inhale. And bringing the knee forward again. Exhale. Plank pose. And we've got one to go. Lovely. Step the right foot back. Raise your hips for downward dog. Breathe deep. On exhale, let both knees come down to the mat. Walk the knees slightly apart and sit back towards your heels. This time, your hands might support your forehead or they might rest near your feet. And let your seat drop back as much as it's willing at this time. A little moment to rest the wrists and the shoulders. And come forward again. Setting up for downward dog, second side. Palms spreading, knees curl. Toes curl, hips lift. Pull your hips back so the arms and shoulders are working. Good. Now, raise your left leg up. Bring that knee to your nose and your shoulders forward. One. And as we repeat, Om, two. And one more. Great. Left foot next to right. Raise your hips again. Downward dog. Good. And now we bring the knees gently to the mat. Uncurl the toes and walk your hands back so that we could be in an upright kneeling position. So we're kneeling, standing on the knees. And let's now tuck the right arm behind the waist. And inhale the left arm forward. On exhale, come forward, that left arm reaching towards the mat, sinking a little bit towards your heels, and come back up. As we inhale up, draw your hips forward. Push the hips forward. Exhale, pull the hips back strong in your tummy. As the left side reaches. One more time. all the way up. And lower your left arm and let both arms hang a moment. Little shoulder roll, little handshake. And we are ready for second side. So the left arm wraps behind the waist. The right arm inhales high. Strong core as we reach forward. Your seat drops towards the heels and we reach towards the mat. Inhale up, push the hips forward and pull the hips back. One more time. All the way up. And lower the arms to your sides. Nice, everyone. And so now, from this position, step your right foot forward. Might take a go or two. From the upright kneeling, raise your left arm high. Come forward and hook your elbow over that knee or thigh. Bring your palms together and rotate your trunk towards your right. Nice. Look up to the right, breathing in. And challenge to balance. Exhale, turn your face to look at the foot on the mat. Let's try that 2 more times. Keep the twist as we turn the head. And look down, exhale. And one more. Lovely, everyone. Looking down. Bring your hands now to your right thigh. Press up. And take your right knee back next to your left knee. It might take a go or two, doesn't matter. Ready for second side, left foot steps forward. Way forward. Great. And from the upright place, inhale your right arm next to your head. Keep long and hook your elbow over the left knee. Press your palms. Turn the ribs leftwards. Inhale, we look up to the left. Exhale, we turn the gaze down to the foot on the mat. 2 more cycles. Nice, everyone. As we complete, bring your hands to your thighs, square to the front, press to upright, and bring your knee back. And we're back in that kneeling position. Good. And so we're going back to that same practice a moment ago, but we're going to alter the breath. So take a moment to ease your heart and your breathing. And then please bring your left arm behind your back. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, come up. 2, 3, 4. We're full of breath for the hold. And exhale forward. Good. Come up for 4. Hold for 4. And the last one, we come forward for 4 counts. Inhaling 4 counts to rise. Good. Exhale the arm to the side. Let your breath be your natural breath. And now we'll take second side, right arm behind the back, and it's 4 in, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 4 counts. Exhaling 4 counts to come forward. And it's 4 to inhale up. And this is where we hold the breath, hold the shape, and come forward. Inhale up. And exhale the arms along sides. Nice, everyone. Both arms together. Inhale up. Hold for 4 in the long reach. Exhale 4 counts, come forward. Lovely. Now plant your hands on the mat. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrists. And now exhale, it's your pelvis that comes forward. And so we're standing on the hands. Inhale, raise your heart and your chin. And now exhale, draw your hips back towards your heels. And the hands can stay on the mat. As we inhale forward again, shoulders over wrists. Strong straight arms as the exhale allows the hips, the pelvis to move towards the mat where we'll stay for inhale. And hips pull back for exhale. Nice, everyone. Come forward, curl the toes. It's downward facing dog. From this shape with your feet fairly close together, bring your right leg straight up and high behind. And then on the exhale, aim the foot between your hands. Now we're in a high lunge, the back leg is straight. You could have your hands on the ground like this, so it might be nice to bring your blocks in. And as you lower your hips, bring your heart forward. And we're going to twist to the right. So turn your trunk and raise the arm high. And lower the hand again. Blocks to the sides to step back to downward dog. So hands would be on the mat. Take that right leg high behind. 3-legged dog. Circle the right foot. Circle the other way. And lower your right foot to the mat. To inhale, now your left leg high. Way high. Step the left foot forward. Either stay here or bring your blocks in to support this lunge here. Grounding that left foot, we rotate to the left. So the arm goes up to the zenith this time. And there's a lovely vigorous reach through the arm. On the exhale, bring the hand to the blocks. Listen carefully, we're not going back, we're stepping forward. So right foot next to left. Little step or one big fell swoop. Parallel your feet. Hands to shin bones now. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale over your legs. And let's come to upright. All the way overhead go the arms. And we bring the hands to prayer pose. Pause a moment here. Good, let's flow now with breath. Inhale, widen up. Exhale, it's a forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Good. Now, hands to the mat. Step your right leg way back and lower the knee. And now inhale your torso, your arms overhead. On the exhale, bring the hands back to the mat and step that left foot back for downward dog. On the inhale, pivot to plank. And now on the exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Sphinx pose, so that's elbows, forearms flat, heart lifting. 3 breaths. Deep conscious breaths as we press down through the wrists and the finger pads. Now as we exhale, slide the hands back, curl your toes, press to the knees, dip to your seat, and now return to downward dog. So that little extra dip back is to settle your low back. You could choose to do that or to skip it at your own discerning. As we now raise the right leg on inhale, step the foot to the front, lower your left knee, and inhale, lift the arms up. And on the exhale, hands to the mat, 2 step forward. Hands to shins for the flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale all the way to upright. And prayer pose, hands at the heart. Pause for a breath. Ground your feet as we exhale. And raise the arms widened up on the inhale. Heart leads for exhale, forward bend. Hands to shins, inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat as we take the left foot back and lower the knee to the mat. Inhale, lift your arms and your heart. Exhale, hands back to the mat, 2 step back to downward dog. To immediately inhale to plank and lower down, all the way down. Sphinx pose as we did, raise your heart. Breathe consciously. The next exhale, slide the hands back, curl your toes. We're returning to downward dog. Feel free to visit your feet with your seat. We'll meet in downward dog, where we even out the breathing. Lovely. Are you ready now? It's the left leg. Inhale it up behind. And step the left foot to the front. Lower your right knee. And inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat and step forward. Halfway up, breath in. Exhale, fold. Close to your legs, deep forward bend. And now rise to tall. Arms overhead, prayer pose, which we draw into the heart. And pause for a breath. Good. So more sun salutations to flow with the breath, and we'll do some variations. Widen up go the arms. Inhale. Forward bend. Exhale. Halfway up. Now both hands to the mat. Walk both feet back to downward dog. And then inhale, come to plank and lower all the way down to the mat. This time, hands are very light next to your ribs, elbows pull back, shoulder heads pull back. Pubis presses down. Inhale, lift your chest. Hold it here for low cobra. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Active legs. One more breath in and exhale. Lower your head, curl your toes, and we return to downward dog. And here we even out our breath. And stretch the low back. Good. Would you raise your left leg up behind? Step the left foot to the front and follow with your right foot. Hands to shins for the flat back. Exhale, tuck in closer to your legs and inhale all the way overhead with the arms too tall and prayer pose at the heart. Pause to feel. And let's go again. Widen up through the arms. Exhale the forward bend. Halfway up, breath in. Go to downward dog. Inhale, come to plank. Lower all the way to the mat. This time, uncurl toes. Reach your arms back. Can you clasp your hands? Pull the shoulders back, lift your chest. Now lift both legs, 3 breaths. Nice. Exhale, release the hands back to the mat, curl the toes, press back, making your way to downward dog in the way that feels good in your body. It's such a big deal to know how our body is feeling and whether we need rest, whether we need water, and whether we need food. It really matters that we're in touch with that. Great. Please lift your right leg up and step the foot forward, following with your left. It's a halfway up here. The exhale, we fold in and come upright all the way, returning to prayer pose. Nice. We'll do a little balance pose here. So step onto your left foot and catch your right leg with your both hands. Fix your gaze. Hold steady. Might circle your right foot. And return your right foot to the mat. Good. All right. Second side. Step into your right foot and catch your left leg. Left thigh. Keep your heart lifted. Stabilize. You might circle the foot. And reverse. And lower your left foot next to the right foot. And stabilize through the both feet. They're fairly close together. Now as we inhale the arms forward and up. Rise up off your heels, so we're on the ball of the feet. Exhale, lower your heels and come into chair pose. Inhale, rise again, off your heels, straight up. Exhale, lower the heels and come into chair pose. Let's do that one more time. Nice. From chair pose, stay for inhale. Exhale is a forward fold, hands to shins. Inhale halfway up. And now exhale your way to downward dog. On the inhale, lift your right leg up. Step the foot close to the inside of your right hand and tip your left heel to the midline. Anchor that foot, and now we're coming up for Warrior One. Strong in the legs, raise your arms to hug your ears. Keep that forward lunge. And now on an exhale, drop the shoulders so the arms are wider. And relaxed shoulders, strong legs. 2 more breaths. It's Warrior One, so shoulders and knee are facing the same way. So yeah, that's it. Squared. Is the right knee in front. Yes. Nice. Are you ready? We're going to inhale the right leg straight. And exhale, come over that leg all the way to the mat. You're going to bend the knee as you need and arrive and stay 3 breaths. And are you ready? Come off the back heel, plant the hands, and step your right leg way high up behind. Take it high. And bring the right foot next to the left foot. Downward dog. Easy breath. And now we'll take the left leg high and step the left foot to the front of the mat. Tip your back heel. And as we did, stay in this direction, lift forward and up. And so the arms are reaching, ears hugged. And now it's just a little drop of the shoulders, arms slightly wider, resting on your rib cage, where we'll hold for the 3 breaths. Strong in the legs. Now the inhalation is the straightening of the front leg. And the exhalation is a long reach forward, all the way down to rest for 3 breaths, fingertips lightly on the mat, left knee towards straight. Lovely, everyone. Plant your hands, come off the back heel, and as you step the left foot back, it's 3-legged dog. Take it high. And bring your left foot next to your right foot. Walk both feet back a little bit to allow us to inhale to plank and lower all the way down to the mat to again clasp hands at the back. Lift the chest and lift the legs. And exhale, hands return, toes curl, and go back to downward dog. You can take the long road or the short road.
And we'll meet in downward dog for 3 breaths. Inhale your right leg up behind. Step the right foot to the front. Follow with your left. Match your feet up close together. And bend both knees deeply. Keeping that deep knee bend, raise your arms up for chair pose. Nice. Stay for inhale and straighten up all the way legs and arms reach. And we close this section with a prayer pose. Hands. And feel this moment. Good. Second round. Inhale the arms overhead and lift off your heels. Exhale, come into chair pose. Lovely for the hips. Inhale, straighten up again. Exhale, chair pose. One more time. Chair pose. Stay for inhale. And it's a forward bend towards straight legs. Exhale, hands on shins. Inhale, flat back. And exhale your way to downward dog. From downward dog, it's your right leg that lifts up behind. And step your foot to the front of the mat. Anchor your left heel. And we're coming upright, this time warrior 2. So open the chest and widen the arms and sink into that, your right knee. Good. Inhale, arms overhead, straighten the leg. Exhale into the lunge. Straighten leg. And into the lunge. Let's stay here. 3 cycles of breath. Hold your strength. Great. Now, straighten the leg. Raise the arms overhead. Good. And now lower your arms and parallel your feet. And if you're facing away from the camera, just feel free to orient the other way. As we now, from the midline, take a breath in and exhale your heart forward, hands to the mat. And hang out a few breaths, head relaxed. Good. And now we're going to bend in the left knee and walk your hands in that direction. Come through the high lunge, so pivot your feet. That foot that's between your hands is the one that goes back and high. For most, it's the left. Exhale, step the foot forward again. Tip the back heel. We're coming up, warrior 2, the second side. Straighten the leg, raise the arms. Warrior 2. 2 more times. One more time. Into warrior 2, which will hold now 3 cycles of breath, steady, strong. Nice. Straighten the leg. Parallel your feet, hands to hips.
slightly turned in. Lift your heart, breathe in, exhaling, forward bend. This time the hands reach way forward as you draw the hips back, stretch your low back. Nice deep breaths. Lovely. Draw the hands in. We're swiveling the feet towards your right, facing our normal orientation on the mat. Step the front foot back for a downward dog. And from downward dog, raise your right leg high and step the foot to the front to follow with your left. Hands on shins for halfway up. Exhale, fold in. The invitation now is to bend your knees a little bit. Bring your hands to your low back. Straighten the arms into the air and bring your arms overhead. Your knees could be bent a little or a lot. And breathe deep here. Nice. Lower the arms. Inhale, your arms come forward as we come upright to straightening the legs. The exhale is chair pose. Inhale to straight, we stay. And prayer pose at the heart. Lovely, everyone. Let's come down to sit on a folded blanket. We're going to counterpose with a few seated forward bends. And I'll be mirroring you. You can stretch your right leg forward. If you like, you can have your strap ready around the foot. If you easily reach your feet, you don't need the strap. See how it goes. Inhale, your arms widened up. Fold over this single leg and reach for where you can. Your strap, your toes, your ankles. Raise your chest halfway up. Inhale. And fold over your leg and breathe as you gaze down. Feel the stretch. Bring breath into your back. And from here, walk your hands up your leg and bring that bent knee up, stepping the foot over your straight leg. This is the twist, seated twist, holding onto the knee. It's your right wrist or elbow wraps around the knee and turn left. Square your shoulders to this orientation. Spine is vertical. And then turn your gaze to look over your right shoulder. Good, and gently release to unwind. And we'll take the other leg straight. Bring your right heel in close. Plant your sit bones deeply and inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, reach and hold where you can. Heart lifts, inhale. And now lie over your leg. Bringing your breath deep into your low back, upper back. One more cycle here.
Good. We're coming up. You can walk your hand up the leg or reach up.
And bring that knee up, step the foot over. And as we come to the center line, elevate through your midline and use your left wrist or elbow around the knee, and we turn to your right. Shoulders, collarbones are squared in this direction. We're looking over the right shoulder to begin. And then as you find an exhale occurring, turn your head the other way. And gently undo the pose to slide now both legs straight, close together. Adjust your sitting bones equally. Push through your heels. And we're going to inhale both arms up. Exhale, reach forward where you can. And once you're holding, bring your chest forward, heart lifts halfway up. Exhale, lie over your legs, gaze downer. And the smooth, lovely breaths. And so while we're filling the back, we're also massaging into the front. It's all happening at the same time. Ready to come up, catch the inhale. Either walk your hands up your legs or bring your arms up and lower and down. Good, relax your straight legs. And let's take straddle legs, wide apart legs. Really helps to be on the edge of your little pillow blanket so that your pelvic tilts. Good, and as you reach wide, pull the toes in, hands on the mat in front of you, lift your heart, and as we did standing a little while ago, let your heart lead and come forward. Each exhalation is a softening into the forwarding. Tending the places of stretch. And perhaps the exhale allows you to go a little more forward and down. So it's not so much straight down, but you want to keep that heart leading the way forward so the upper back doesn't round. And so that's a long straight back that might come a little closer to the mat. Nice. Please make your way up. And help your knees in to take cobbler's pose. So that's soles of the feet together. Again, find the sitting bone equally into the mat. Lift the heart, and the heart leads as we come forward one more time. And this time allow a little rounding of your back. Let your head hang. 3 deep breaths. And slowly up. Come to an easy cross-legged seat. And so before we lie down to relax, let's do a little alternate nostril breathing. So use your right hand thumb
Close off your right nostril, the index and middle finger resting lightly at your brow. Inhale, left. Close up the left, open the right for exhale. In right. Close that up, exhale, left. In left, adding on a little pause now, full of breath through the left. Hold. Now switch, exhale, right. A little pause at the end of this breath. And then the same side, right side, breathes in. Fullness of breath, we pause. You can close it up, but pause. The exhale is through the left. Hold the empty moment. Left side inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close it up, hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Open the right, exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close it up. Hold this full breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Left side. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through the left. 2, 3, 4. Close it up. Now hold the breath, please. Lower your hand down as we exhale through both. Keep breathing out until there's no breath left. Lower your chin and hold the empty. Good. Raise the chin for a normal in. And a normal out breath, and sit for a moment in your own breath. No agenda, no controlling, no counting, just feeling. Be the observer, the witness of your breath. Perhaps it's really quiet in your mind. Please lower your chin and navigate your way to lie on your back for final relaxation, using the props that you like. Settling your body into stillness. Receiving that internal stillness that we've cultivated, so that as your body rests in gravity, you can experience being breathed. Completely receptive place. Being breathed, and just go deep into that.
Sensing and feeling again your breath. Just the breath moving through you. Notice how your whole body feels. And then we gently bring back a little moving, toes and fingers, head rolling slightly. And the invitation to roll onto your side, curl up small. And take a moment to drop into deep gratitude. A beautiful gift to give yourself. Gratitude. And then very slowly make your way up to sit as we began. So grateful to practice with you today, beautiful yogis. Happy spring and namaste.